the cryptocurrency market, where I see show you step by step on how to grow your trading account. Guys, let's talk about one of the most important features of day trading, which is aligning stocks on multiple time frames. For those of you guys that are not familiar with that term, aligning stocks on multiple time frames is when you take the different time frames of day trading and align them where they all are sharing the same overall thesis of trends and setup. For me personally, when I'm day trading, it's about taking the daily chart and then aligning it with an intraday chart, which is a 5-minute chart, to make my trading decisions. What I've often found is that when I have a great setup on a 5-minute chart, but the daily chart is not aligning with that, maybe it's in a downtrend, maybe it's running into a resistance level, then that day trade is going to fail a majority of time. Stocks get their power from their long-term trends and their bigger term daily charts that exert the most influence when you're day trading. So like you may see something on a minute by minute basis, and it seems like there's a lot of traders out there trading 1-minute charts. But if you look at like a 1-minute chart of any stock, like this is a 1-minute chart of BABA, like it's a hot mess, right? You'll never figure out like what's going on. We were trading this SQ today. Like if you look at it on a 1-minute chart versus a 5-minute chart, like the price action is just completely different, right? Like you just have too much action on a 1-minute chart. So I use, when I align on multiple time frames, a daily chart and an intraday chart, and then I go and make my trading decisions. But I was thinking about this subject today because I broke that rule today, and I took a trade on PDD in the morning, and it just completely ran into resistance and rolled over. And so I was thinking like, man, why would it do that? Because I didn't align on multiple time frames. So PDD had earnings out today. They looked fantastic, which doesn't really matter for us day traders, but they did. And there's also a lot of momentum in Chinese names today and yesterday and the day before. They've been moving around back and forth like crazy. So I thought that this would be a perfect opportunity to take a day trade in it. So PDD had some levels that were setting up in the 46 range, and that was kind of like your bigger term level of the last few days. And then on an intraday basis, you also had a high of day of 46. And so when the market opened up and it started to test that 46 range, you know, I took a position in it and immediately got smoked on it. And why that would happen is I broke a couple just tried and true rules. Number one, to take this type of setup in the morning, like a PDD, I need minimum 3 candles sideways, usually under the resistance level or right at the resistance level, for me to buy into it. So if you notice on this trade, I just loaded up right into the resistance that had been holding it back for a few days. And so I'm not aligning on multiple levels. If you're going to take a day trade, you want it to be clearing levels on multiple time frames. So like if you're looking back at the last 3 days, this 46 is a spot, and so I need to clear over that or get real near it with 3 candles before I take it. Beyond that, if you're looking at the daily chart, after such a big run, it was short-term, overbought, getting near resistance levels, and so you don't have as much room for it to go up as it would have a couple days ago. And so now what's happening is I have something I'm seeing on the intraday chart, my 5-minute chart, but I'm not aligning it with what's happening over the last few days or what's happening on the big picture of what I need to do. And so that's when you can lose on a trade like very, very fast. So I ended up buying this thing like 45.75, and I ended up getting stopped out like within probably 30 seconds, 40 seconds. It completely reversed. But beyond that, I missed a big trade on the short side when it failed at that level based on what's happening on the daily chart and right over the last few days and that resistance level. I really should have been shorting the trade because that's where it has been on its longer term trends, and then also even on that 3-day and 5-minute chart. So I read it wrong, but the big mistake I made was not aligning on multiple time frames. And so like, yeah, I took a loss on it, but I also missed on a much bigger trade on reversing it and shorting it, which is what the daily chart was telling me anyways. And so that's why you always want to have your ideas in some type of alignment so that you can make proper trading decisions. Guys, I hope you like that. Let me know if you have any questions and look forward to seeing you. This show's been sponsored to you by Bulls on Crypto Street. Guys, I got a special for you guys. Go to bullsoncryptostreet.com/intro. I've got a free intro to trading course that is going to teach you from steps A to Z on how to get started in the cryptocurrency market. I've also got a free chat room where you can literally watch me trade from what I'm buying and what I'm selling, and it's for free. I put a link in this video for you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.